can't drive this on the street. This is ridiculously high.
What's up, guys? It's Colin here with Up North Outdoors. As you can tell by the title of this video, I get a ticket every time I drive this to town. So before I get into this video, listen to this footage, this cop footage. Yeah, sure. Stuff might fall out though.
Looks like it's good. Super hurting with safe control. Stop for the bumper height and the tires. Be on the fenders.
Okay.
Just living here, McCullen?
Yep.
Okay. Did you make the vehicle like this yourself or buy it like this?
I've been building this truck since I was 15.
Okay. You realize it's illegal, right? To be driving down the street?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay. You've been stopped before for this?
I think you stopped me before.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. What's your plan with this? Because you can't be driving on the street. I'm going to stop you every time I see you.
Well, I was just...
You're going to use them for off-road and mud and whatever you want, but you can't drive this on the street. This is ridiculously high. And like I said, if somebody were to rear-end you, it might be their fault for rear-ending you, but if they get hurt because your bumper hits them in the face, now you're at fault.
Okay.
So that's why there's laws like this. And when the tires sticking out like that, debris and stuff kicks back into our vehicles, chips your windows, paint, whatever. Big enough rock can go through the windshield.
Okay.
So you gotta get this stuff taken care of or not drive this truck at all on the highway, okay?
Okay.
So just wait here, I'll be back with you. Okay, so McCullen, I'm gonna give you another citation for this stuff. Like I said, you can use this truck, but it's gotta be trailered. Then if you wanna go off-roading with it or whatever, then it's fine. But on any street, highway, it's illegal, period. So these are payable. You have 30 days to pay for it. Phone number and directions on the back. So,
you know why some states have this law and some don't?
I think most of them are pretty much same with the bumper height. I don't know.
Most southern states
I enforce Minnesota laws, so if you want to have this kind of stuff, maybe I'd recommend moving to one of those states. But in Minnesota, it's illegal, okay? And I explained why it's illegal, okay? Other than that, you have a safe day.
So I just took this truck down to my grandparents because the hose and the water is shut off at the farm and my hoses are frozen up at my house. And since I got the bed off in the last video, I've really been wanting to at least rinse the chassis off. I'm not soaping and stuff, it's too cold for that, but at least rinse all the mud and the grime and everything off that since I sandblasted and painted it. Got most of it off. It's looking pretty decent. So yeah, what I'm wanting to talk about in this video is basically what you guys just saw. I get a ticket every time I drive this truck to town. Basically, every time. I haven't driven it to town since that last time. That footage was from a few months ago. I just never got around to posting it, and I want to now before I forget about it. The bed was on the truck, just a disclaimer. I had a bed on the truck during that, so I had taillights and everything, and I didn't have the obnoxious 55-gallon drum exhaust tip on the truck either. Had a bed, had normal exhaust. It had lights and everything, so. And fender flares. It had fender flares on it too at that point. They weren't taken off yet. But yeah, that trooper told me every single time he sees me in town driving this truck, he said he's gonna pull me over and give me 2 tickets. Every time. So 2 tickets, you might ask. One is for bumper height is over 25 inches. Because Minnesota has a 25-inch bumper height rule, which is just BS. Literally, school buses have higher bumpers than that. And then the second ticket is tires extending beyond fenders, even when I have fender flares. They don't even stick out that much when I had fender flares. But so he gets me for both every time. And it's about $180 every time. So it's nice. Love driving a lifted truck in Minnesota. And I don't live in the cities either. I live up in a smaller town up in northern Minnesota. So like It's just stupid. I don't drive like a D-bag or anything. I probably can't speed at this truck even if I wanted to. I never burned rubber in town with it. I've never rotted on it. Everybody's pulled me over. It's always me just like cruising, going the speed limit or a little bit under. He's never said anything about me driving reckless. They've never said anything about me going too fast or nothing. It's just they don't like the truck at all. Which I know half these comments are gonna be like, oh, put a drop bumper on it, get bigger fenders, you're gonna kill someone. Blah, 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 blah. I know I could do that, but that would just make my truck so ugly. Drop bumpers are ugly. I don't care what you say, drop bumpers are ugly. And I had the biggest fender flares you could buy for an OBS truck on here, so I'd have to make some if I wanted to get fender flares bigger. Then some of you guys say lower the truck, put smaller tires on it. But if I did that, none of you guys would watch my videos because it'd be like every other truck with a 4-inch lift and 35s, which I got a bumper height ticket when I had a 4-inch lift and 35s when I was in high school. A trooper gave me a ticket because my bumper was a little bit higher than I think it was like 26 or something, and he gave me a ticket for bumper height when I had 35s and a 4-inch lift kit on this truck. So it doesn't matter. These troopers up here just hate trucks. I've never gotten pulled over or a ticket from a sheriff, like a county sheriff or a city cop before for this truck. I've had them talk to me before. I've been in a gas station before and literally had like a city cop just whip in when I was walking my truck and was like, hey, that bumper height's way too high and those tires stick out too far. You got to get that fixed. But I wasn't driving on the road and I wasn't in my truck, so I don't think he really could have done anything. So he ended up leaving, and then I've been at a gas station before and had a sheriff talk to me about it too. So, but I've never actually been pulled over and ticketed by one before, just troopers. Troopers. So yeah, I really wish Minnesota was like split, northern Minnesota and southern Minnesota, because northern Minnesota would be a red state, 100% Republican state. But the only reason we're a blue state basically is because of the cities, and I guess Duluth, but mostly Minneapolis, St. Paul is the reason that we're a blue state. So yeah, it sucks. Sucks really bad. Sucks not driving the truck, but honestly, it's worth the tickets. The only thing I'm scared of is if I get too many that they're going to try to impound my truck, and that's the thing that bothers me. I can handle paying the tickets, but if they tried to impound my truck, that's why I haven't driven it for a couple months now. That's kind of what I'm scared of. And I'm painting this truck this winter. I'm doing a ton of stuff for this truck this winter. Another reason I'm not lowering it or putting drop bumpers or big fender flares or whatever on it is I want to go to Daytona in the spring, if not this year, next year. So I'm wanting to kind of turn this truck into more of like a show truck build. I have a daily and I have trucks and vehicles to off-road with and stuff, and I've beaten the crap out of this truck enough now. I'm kind of more building it for kind of more of that show truck style, and drop bumpers and humongous fender flares don't really work with that. I'm okay with not driving the truck a ton. It's whatever. During the summer when it's nice out, I'm not really going to drive in the winter anymore anyway, since I'm going to be painting it. But during the summer, I'll still cruise around a few times in the summer, and if I get nailed and get a ticket, I get nailed and I get a ticket, whatever. It's just annoying because I know a lot of other people that have big trucks in other towns in Minnesota, and a lot of them never have issues at all. And I know I have some friends that live even in like Colorado, next to Denver and stuff, that have jacked up trucks on 40s too, and they've never been harassed by cops. They've never gotten anything for it. And it just seems like we've got like 2 troopers here in this town that just have a hard-on for pulling over people with big trucks and with tires sticking out. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to vent to you guys on this video because it's just, it annoys me. I wish so much we had other states' laws. A lot of you guys would probably say, well, move out of Minnesota, but like, it's not that easy just to move out of a state, move away from your entire family and everything just to drive a lifted truck. Like, my whole family lives up here. I love it up here. My fiance lives up here and her family lives up here. So I'm not going to be moving out of state just because I can't drive my big truck. I would love to, but I love it here, and my family and my fiance loves it here, so I'm probably not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. Maybe make some detachable drop bumpers. I've thought of that, making something that I can take on and off. So if I was going to do a truck show or something, I could take them off, and something I could throw on when I go to town, but then I'd still get tickets for the offset. So I don't know. I have options of things I can do, and I know what the options are of what I can do. I just haven't done them yet, and like I said, I'm fine with not driving the truck. I have a daily that I don't get tickets for yet, so I'm all right not driving it too much. I got a ton to do on it this winter anyway, and if I drive it around the town, I'm just gonna start breaking stuff anyway. So yeah, if you guys are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can see this truck get built up even more, see some sick off-roading videos. We do a ton. We're getting into the rental house business, so we got videos on that as well. I've got a 6.9 diesel that we're doing a build on. I have a 460 Ford, and this is I didn't even mention, this is my 1996 F250 12-valve Cummins swapped. I've put a ton of work into this truck, and if you guys have followed the channel, you know I have. So if you're new, make sure you go watch some of my older videos if you're interested in this truck build. Yeah, we got a lot. We also have a Jeep that we beat the crap out of too, and I'm gonna be doing like a rally Baja car build here pretty quick too, I think, because I want to do the Gambler 500 really bad. So we got a ton of stuff coming up. If you guys are new, you won't be disappointed. I post just about every day. On the weekends, not every day on the weekends, but normally at least once on the weekends, and otherwise, other than that, every day. Sure you give this video a thumbs up too if you enjoyed it, and follow my Instagram, link in the description below, UpNorthOutdoors with a Z, because someone took the one with an S, if you guys want to keep up to date with all the truck content and YouTube content that's going to be coming out. Yeah, and I'd just like to thank God for, I mean, it's annoying living up here because of truck laws, but I'd still like to thank God for just letting me be able to make these videos for you guys and be able to start to getting pretty close to being able to make a living off of doing this. So I'd like to thank God for that, because this has honestly been my dream, and I'm finally being able to make my dream come true. So I just thank you, God, so much, and thank you guys so much. And it's been Colin here with Up North Outdoors. God bless.